Yes, I'm live. Can't believe it. I'm back on. Boys and girls, welcome to another live one. I just thought, and again, um, sounds lovely. It's like summer. It's like summer at the moment. Thought I'd do another live one, and I've got one of my favourite beers of all time here, which is the Duvel. Absolutely love this beer, and acquired taste of some, but to me, it's a fantastic beer. So I'll crack this open, and before I start off, I'm going to start off. Actually, I'm going to start off with my visit last week. Hello, Tony. Nice to see you, mate. Nice to see you. I've been watching you this week. Um, yeah. So I'm going to start off with my visit to York. I went to York last week, and the thing what really kind of like the thing what really hit home with me last week in the beer shops. Um, Tony, if you're watching, mate, I think you're in America, and you might not understand this in America, but the thing what really got to me was the amount of cans now in bottle shops. It's phenomenal. When I look back now on when I first started reviewing beer, it was traditional. It was kind of like bottles of beer, bottles of kind of like they used to segregate it up in different colors. Nice one, mate. Yeah, I've been watching you as well. Did beer reviews. You used to have it segregated in different countries. You had your German, your Belgian, your American, and it was all bottles. But now it's completely different. Now it's just cans, and I just you know can't believe how much it's changed. How much it's changed from bottles to cans, and how much it's diversified into craft brewing more than opposed to getting the big traditional brewers from America or from certain countries like Belgium, German. It's all gone completely different, and it's a bit of a culture shock. And suddenly, when I first kind of like I go, and it was all bottles, and it's just got completely changed whatsoever. So it's kind of like weird for me. Anyway, this is my second live, well, no, fourth live thing. Sorry, and I've had a bit too much to drink, like you do, and I've reviewed a couple of really good beers, which I want to share with you guys out there. Um, First of all, I went to York, went to Brew York, and I picked this one up. You got that one? Yeah, yeah, I know. It's a bit naff. Yeah. Oh, you're right about that. I'll just carry on, Tony. Just carry on, mate. Um, so this one here, Skoda Wars. I picked this up for I don't know how much money, to be honest. A few quid. And yeah, really lovely beer from Brew York. Um, it's really nice. Really nice quad cherries, tonka beans. Lovely looking beer. The next one I had, I'm just checking up on my time. Is it 34, 35? Internet's playing up, boys and girls. I'm sorry, but I'm from Brewdog. Really good. If you got that, fantastic. That was really good beer. Different, and it's available in Super Persevere because it might write itself. I'm looking at my timing. It's just clicking. It goes kind of like really quick and really slow for some reason, which is a bit. Never mind. I will carry on. So the beer I've just cracked open, Belgian beers. The first Belgian beer I really liked, to be honest, and it's the old Duvel. That one there. Feel that? I'm looking at that timing. I shall carry on. like you do. So yeah, this is you lot out there, as you can see, it's a beautiful, and it's still good. It's still a cracker. I love it a bits. And it's funny that I get people who ask me about different beers, like you always come back to joy to drink. And I just noticed on the back it's got the, can you see that? It's got the back of the thing saying how to enjoy a Duvel, if you know what I mean. So yeah, usually I'll go on about the football um, in this live thing because I'm a big football fan, like you do. But I have to this week in the Champions League. Unbelievable, unbelievable. I never thought that this would be. We'd have games like this week. First of all, Liverpool game. I can't believe that it happened the way it happened. I really can't. And to turn that deficit around, I think it's more down, from my personal opinion, I think it's more down to the fact that Barcelona were piss poor regarding um, having discipline on the field for me. I thought Barcelona were pretty shit, to be honest with you. So, yeah, um, of the season definitely was the Spurs one. I thought Spurs well and truly deserved the win. I think Pochettino, when Pochettino was in, was in charge of the mighty Southampton, he was special then. But even now, I have to say that he's going to be one of the greatest managers of modern time. You can just tell he's when he was kind of like in charge of us, you can tell everything he touched was, he had the Midas touch on anything. And Pochettino, I have to get rid of this. Pochettino was definitely trying to get rid of this. Anyway, as I was saying, Pochettino, I think if Tottenham win the Champions League, which I hope they do, to be honest, as a neutral, I hope Tottenham win the Champions League. I really do. I think it'd be great for football. When I was at school, I did like Tottenham. The trap of following kind of like certain people or falling into certain cliques, especially at primary school. I did like Tottenham, but my roots of my family was from Southampton, so there you go. That's the way it goes. But I'm trying to close this one. It's not. Go away. Is it going? Is it going? It's not going anywhere. So I can't see any people's comments, but never mind. If you know what I mean. So anybody's joined me, I've just opened this up, the Duvel, which is a classic beer, like you do. I think I'm bopping. I think the internet connection's shit, but I'll carry on. So, maybe I should use sign language. Maybe not. Can I close this? It's not. Get rid of it. Close it. I don't want to reuse. It is always a McAfee protection. McAfee protection. I can't get rid of it. For some reason, it's not gonna go away. boys and girls, I'm sorry if this is kind of like if this kind of 240, 12, and I can't close it either. I can't close that. Okay. It's not. That's not going. Is that going? This is it when you do it on a laptop, which you only use a couple of times a week. You can't get it knocked off for some reason. I can't see anybody's comments. Doesn't matter. I will. So yeah, I was well impressed with the football this week, and I thought it was fantastic for England, fantastic for the game as well. So I'm looking forward to the final. To be honest, tomorrow, it's the last game of the season for a lot of people, and I have to say, it's a bit of a anticlimax. So I'm not expecting much from the Saints tomorrow. Maybe a draw at home. I can't see us winning it, to be honest. I think we're on the beach, to be honest. I think Hasenhüttl has done a great job this season for Southampton. I think next season he will do a better job, hopefully, if he gets the backing. As far as any of the other teams concerned, I think, like I said, if Spurs win the European Cup, I think Pochettino will be. Yeah, so to be honest, it was a great beer. I'm hopeful gonna get some more in from the Overworks brewery. It really opened my eyes up. That it made it more exciting actually than normal beers, if you know what I mean. Is that coming off? I don't know what's happening. Is it going okay? Is it? I haven't got a clue. I can't get that off. Can't get. Is that coming off? Come on, come off. Duvel. Right, what I'm thinking of doing is I want feedback from people on this. Is that what I want to do is behind me there, that bit of wall there, is that I want to get some Belgian beer signs. The metal beer signs you get, the ones which appear most probably in bars in Spain and stuff, the Duvel or the St. Bernardus beer. Just to break up the place. I'm gonna try and turn this room into like a beer. We've done a bit of work, and I just don't think we got a bit of room for putting a beer shed up, which is a bit shame, to be honest. Doesn't matter. Anyway, yeah, so I was expecting, I wanted to haven't got the room, but won't shut down what I've got there, which is a real bucker, like you do. So, what I plan for my channel at the moment, I'm thinking of diversifying my channel. I'm thinking do thing. Is it the blue van, white van type of thing, which will kind of like, get more. I think it could be a good thing. I think it will be something which I'm thinking of starting off with cheeses. To be honest, doing maybe beer cheese pairings more than anything. I think because chocolate's a good one because I love it. Can I close that? Can I close it? No, it's not going anywhere, and things are going wrong with this connection. To be, the internet is playing up. I know the internet is playing up. What you do? Me Duval. See who else pops up. I know Dean's Beer Reviews is live at the moment, so people might be watching. People might be watching him. Don't blame him. He's all right, Dean. What was I talking about? Getting beer paraphernalia for the room, on that wall, just about there. Anybody out there who knows, anybody who could kind of like give me a heads up to where to go to get proper beer signs, pub signs even, let us know. As you can see, I don't know if you can see, is that I'm in the Yorkshire Dales. I'm near the Yorkshire Dales in England and out there, and I don't know what's happening. It's kind of like I'm thinking of going out, trying some beers at the Digson's this weekend, but I'm not too sure because I was gonna like sit in a beer garden and that, and was gonna review some beers actually, but I don't think it's worth it, to be honest, because it looks a bit naff, to be honest, a bit naff. But you never know with English weather, do you? Never know with English. From 7. There you go, 24/7. This one is quite a local brewery to me. I've visited them a few times. They do some cracking beers, and that is not bad for session IPA. There's a pub across the road what does the Babyface Assassin, which is a modern day classic, really, for me. It's always been a cracking beer to try, and that is I don't know what's happening now. I've got this, but I carry on as always. So I've got this HP support system coming up. I'm going to ignore it. And it's got this round circle thing coming up on my Windows. I'm not too sure what that's all about. It's kind of disappeared. But I'll carry on like you do. You persevere. Irrespective of how many people watching in this moment, I could not tell you what it is with my internet connection. Maybe it's because maybe it's because I'm in the sticks, and my internet connection, imagine it would be. My computer's playing up. Things are happening. I don't know what's happening. I haven't got a clue. But it's great doing this because you don't know what's going to happen. You don't know what's going to happen. You don't know what's happening at all. I've had, some nice comments from Cooking with Chris the Butcher and Taste Test with Tony. So thank you for your comments. But I will persevere. I'm going to try and make this last an hour. I don't know what I'm going to fill you in your time. We could play charades. Have a game of something. See me or seen tonight. I'm drinking Duvel. There you go. I'll say it up to the. I'm drinking Duvel. There you go. Also discussing my wall there, which I want you out there to tell me what to put up, which would be great. I'm also discussing. What was I discussing? Discussing these two beers. There you go. These here. The next thing I better do is a non-beer fact about me. Now, I haven't done a non-beer fact about me for a while. I was going to include it in every live thing, And my non-beer fact about me tonight is that I like music. I'm say is Marillion. and I've been listening to. Fantastic. There you go. That's one non-beer fact about me tonight. So I just finished on the Duvel. And I think Sunderland, Pompey, supposed to be kicking off now. And I fancy, I think Pompey will win that. And I think be good to see Pompey get up anyway. So there you go. So cracking, beautiful. Maybe I should tell you how I first came across Duvel. And it was by accident because I remember when I was a child. When I was a child, I remember going to the supermarket and finding. I mean, when I lived in Langley when I was a child, they had this in the Sainsbury's. I always remember the label, but I never, when I was old enough to drink beer, I never really approached it until later on in life, and I found it, and I thought, "Oh, it's pretty good stuff, isn't it?" Really, and I kind of fell in love with it, and I love introducing that type of beer to people who don't know their beers. People who don't know their beers, it's great to kind of introduce it to them and show there's an alternative, and it's worked on a few occasions. Certain people who don't like proper beer tend to kind of divert to something like Duvel because has got a lager quality to it. So the beer I'm going to crack open now is that one, the Roosters 24/7. Let's crack this open. The glass. If I'm breaking up, which I think I am, if I'm breaking up, which I may be breaking up, I'm sorry. Just the internet, but I'll just carry on like I do, pouring stuff with a big head. I'm terrible when it comes to stuff in a pub or anything like that. I'm just terrible. Just like darts is seen as an athletic sport. Pouring a decent pint of beer should be seen as an athletic sport as well, boys and girls. If you know what I mean. That's the way I see it anyway. So yeah, I must admit, I've got this thing come up on my bloody screen now again. Just fuck off. When I say it anyway. So yeah, it's a cracking little beer, that little session IPA. It's lots of lovely citrusy notes to it. That sort of thing. Lots of people out there don't like session IPAs. I don't know why. I'm absolutely about session IPAs is that they got taste, which I would never get bored to you, plenty of taste, which is fantastic stuff. That stuff there, that one, well, it's fantastic, but if you had too many of them, you will know about it. You know about it. I know about it. Definitely. I'm one of these people. One of them kind of like beers which. So I'll tell you what, I'm gonna wrap this up because I don't think people will watch. Is there plenty of comments? I can't really see me comments because it's behind that. And I can't get that down. Whether that fully protected thing. I'm gonna carry on. Technology. The worst thing, give me a Rubik's Cube, I couldn't fucking do it. But I can't get rid of this. Just can't. Go on, bugger off. I can't. It's not happening. It's not happening. It's not gonna do it. It's not happening. And I can't see me paid up my um, fully protected device bollocks, which is a load of bollocks. But I'll carry on. I've got to make this last an hour. So hopefully people will turn on me in an hour, then it would be fantastic. I remember. I remember when when I first started to view beer reviews on YouTube. Certain beer reviews used to do this. Used to do the live thing, and it never caught when I did these tastings. When I did went live, it never people didn't used to kind of like comment on videos or whatever, and it ended up being a right bloody pain. It really did, and I'm having the same problem as I did years ago. I think it was Terry Case. It was that type of thing. He used to do it on a Tuesday, and he kind of advertised beers for you to try and for him to try. And he used to drink together in taste notes. Really wrong. And this is what I'm in now tonight. Let's see if I'm getting any. And I'm not. It's happening. Anything happening? Please. Anything happening? It's nothing happening. Nothing's happening. The cat skin says nothing's happening. Bloody computers. Am I back? Am I back on? Shit connection. Am I back on? Am I on? Am I going? No, what's happening now? Yeah, I'm back on. I'm back on. I'm back on. Brilliant. What the hell happened on there? I must have broke the internet. I do apologise. I broke the internet. I do apologise. I don't know what the fuck happened. Honestly. Well, Terry's quick beer reviews has put up, Jonathan, you're looking very despondent, my friend. I am, Tell. I really am. It seems the internet broke. It did. Darren Hawthorne comments, you broken the internet, mate. I must have. I do apologise for anybody out there who's been wanting to use their internet to do some home shopping, to order some pasties from QVC, or to kind of like order some stupid stuff from, I don't know, eBay, some doors from eBay, or even lintels. I do apologise to you all. Is that um, I broke the internet for you, so I do apologise to the whole world, to the whole world. So, boys and girls, thank you very much for joining me on this live one. I'm 45 minutes in. I can't remember what I said in the first 20 minutes. I really can't. But I will tell you what I've reviewed today. I will kind of like go over it. Oh, back to the beer. I could not order my things from AliExpress. I could not order fuck all, mate, Paul Donaldson. I could not order anything, to be honest, because this computer's playing up. The internet's broke. I don't care. See you on my next one. Yes, you're right, Darren Hawthorne. I'll see you on my next one, but I'm still here drinking a Roosters Session IPA, which is really, really good. Boys and girls, it's that one there. That one there. See that? 24/7. Lovely stuff. And I have had that one, the Duvel, the cracking Duvel. And I have reviewed this one, which is brilliant, brilliant beer. Where are we? There. Skoda War. Brilliant, brilliant stuff. And also, I've done this one. Brilliant, brilliant stuff. It's fantastic. Yes, Darren Hawthorne, you're right. Duvel is your beer, and Duvel is a lot of people's beer. And Duvel is a fantastic beer. It's one of the greatest beers in the world. And the reason why I say it's one of the greatest beers in the world is that a lot of people like it, and a lot of people from different tastes of beer love it. And I love it. It's a fantastic beer, and it's one of the greatest beers in the world for me. There you bloody go. So there you go. Duvel, brilliant, brilliant beer. It is one of the best beers in the world. It is, and I don't care what people say. It's a Belgian golden ale, lager qualities. Lager drinkers love it, and proper beer drinkers love it too. It's one of them beers, cross generational, cross tasting. Anybody will like this beer. And I'm so glad I'm back online giving it all. I do apologise for breaking the internet. I can't help it. I'm a good looking bloke. I'm a good-looking bloke, and I can't help that. I'm one of the best-looking blokes on YouTube. I don't say much, but I should do. But I really am. So, cheers. Two's quick beer reviews. He says, "Hello, Jonathan. Just got in. How's things, mate? Things are great, mate. Thanks for that, Terry. I do watch you every Sunday. I do watch your reviews. You do some cracking beers every Sunday, and it's always a pleasure to watch you. Yeah, I am handsome. I am handsome. I can't help it. I'm one of the most handsome beer reviews on the internet. I've got a model looks. I walk down a catwalk with a bottle of Duvel, like you do, and I'm talking bollocks. But yeah, I can see. I can see. I moisturise. I'm gonna like use stuff on my face. I'm kind of like, make myself very attractive to everybody, if you know what I mean. And I know you do too. But the problem is, Terry, that you tend to do your washing when you do your beer reviews, and all I can hear is the tap of the dog's feet on the floor and the whirring of the washing machine in the background. But Ian, I know what you mean, mate. I know what you mean. Definitely. So, anybody out there, now I've got the comments up, I want people's view of what's going to happen in Champions League final. Is it going to be Liverpool or is it going to be Spurs? I'd like to know. Um, I fancy Spurs. I think Spurs should win it. I think they'll be fantastic for football if they did. What do you lot think out there? Murder me in the comments. I know you want to. So what's happening? Not a lot at the moment. Not a lot at the moment. I should go and crack it open another beer and see what's happening. Because I know Dean's doing his live thing at the moment, which I'm not watching. Spurs, completely agree with you, Darren. Completely agree with you, mate. I want Spurs to win, and I think I did. I don't want any Scousers winning it, to be honest. If there's any 2-0 in the final, I think it'll be a fair result. And I think Pochettino will bugger off to go somewhere else. I think his stock will be so high after that that he could get any job. He could be a god. They could have churches with Pochettino in the stained glass in the windows, and he'll be worshipped everywhere. That's the way I see it, anyway. You're a Liverpool fan. I thought you were a Gillingham fan, to be honest. I thought you were one of the Gills. Um, Fair dues. I mean, I'm not going to go into the Liverhampton type of thing going on, but you did nick a load of our players, didn't you? Lallana, Van Dijk, who else? Yeah, Lovren for starters. But then again, you look on the Spurs side, they had Pochettino, he was at us. Anderveld, he was at us. So yeah, they had Gareth Bale from us, didn't they? So yeah, if only we didn't sell anybody. If we kind of held our own, we'll be a hell of a team now. Hell of a team. But we're a selling club, and that's what it's all about for us. But yeah, it's great for football anyway, isn't it? I've been diplomatic now. I think Liverpool, Spurs, it'd be great. Whoever wins it, it's going to be great for English football. It's going to be great for the league in England. To be honest, we are the best league in the world at the end of the day. And at the end of the day, we are the bee's knees. You know what I mean? So just going. Darren Hawthorne, Mr. Hawthorne. He says the full Liverpool team is your. Yes, I suppose it is when you look at it. Sadio Mane, Lovren, Van Dijk, Lallana. It takes a piss, doesn't it, really? It really does. But I don't think they'll win it. That's why I don't want them to win it, to be honest. I want Spurs to win it. I think Spurs, it'd be great if Spurs won it, to be honest. I don't like Van Dijk, to be honest. Never have done. I thought Never liked Van Dijk. From the point when he used to kind of like, refuse to play for us because he wanted away and stuff like that. Nah, not for me. Um, Hopefully Spurs will win it. Come on, you Spurs. See what's coming up. Terry's saying, Miss Terry. Yeah, the internet broke. Yeah, blah blah blah. Back to the beer. See you on my next one. Yeah, I'll see you on my next one. I'm still here because I've got time to kill. Because I've done a bit today and that, and I wasn't going to go out tonight. I know we've got stuff to do in the next few weekends and that, and I'm getting hopefully a package from Doc Spears over the next couple of weeks to review for you lot out there, which is going to be great. I can't wait because I think it's going to be some cracking beers. Matthew Barker, if you're watching this, mate, looking forward to your parcel arriving to review and that. Can't wait for that. While I'm here, I'm gonna go over what I've reviewed today, and I'll do it again because I've been on for an hour. Might as well. I've done that one, which was fantastic, brilliant. I did like that, to be honest. I thought, when the Brewdog brings out a beer, and I've done that one and all. Don't know if that comes up. Apple pie and cider. Now, Mr. Hawthorne, you're right. I'm not gonna kind of like I'm not gonna deviate from that subject. You're right. I've got to do it. Now you've said it, I've got to do it. I know it's been in the making for over a year, and I'm sorry, and I will do it. I most will do that, just to be honest. But I'm gonna have to go to Tesco and look for some apple pie, apple pie. 3 years. It wasn't 3 years. It wasn't 3 years, surely. Someone's saying to me that I haven't done apple pie and cider, the review you wanted for 3. It can't be 3 years. Don't give me that. It wasn't that long. I would say it's a couple of years. Well, about 8 weeks, wasn't it? It was about 8 weeks. It wasn't 3 years. If it was 3 years, the apple pie's gone a bit mouldy, isn't it? If you know what I mean. I'm just going to go in with this session IPA. Boys and girls, if you have only just joined me and I've broken the internet, feels like yesterday. Terry's quick beer review says it feels like yesterday. Terry, what feels like yesterday? When Liverpool won the European Cup, I suppose it does. Yeah, because I've got a habit of Terry of saying things and forgetting exactly what I say completely after I've said it. If you know what I mean. I'm one of these people who've got, as Mr. Darren Hawthorne would contest, that apple pie and cider. I've been wanting to do an apple pie and cider review for 3 years, and apple pie and cider review for 3 years, and I've completely forgotten about it. But I'm going to have to do it. Thatcher's apple pie, Thatcher's cider, most probably, and an apple pie. Mix it in together, stick it in the glass, swirl it around, and see what happens. I'm sure it'll work. I know it'll work. Cider, apple pie, and it's got to work, innit? Maybe it'll start a new trend off for bars to serve apple pie and cider together in a glass. I think it'd be a good idea. I think it'd be a phenomenal idea. And it started from me. Like it does. Like it does indeed. So, yeah, I'm going to do apple pie and cider. Hopefully next I will make sure I do it next week. Apple pie and cider. I'll get an apple pie and I'll get some cider and I will do it. And I will post it up everywhere for people to watch and give me the thumbs up. You know, don't give me the thumbs down, but give me the thumbs up. That's what you want. I would do it for everybody out there. Everybody out there who wants one, I'll give you an apple pie and I'll give you a bloody side of the boot as well. You know what I mean? Just go in. Mr. Darren Hawthorne, I will do it. I promise. I promise. You're in the comments, so I'm going to have to do it now. People expecting, expectations high. I've got to do it. I've got to do the apple pie and cider. No getting out of it now. I've got to do it. If you know what I mean. Yeah, I will. What type of apple pie then? Would I have a spicy apple pie? Or would I have, Mr. Kipling apple pie? And what cider would I do it with? Angry Orchard is a favourite of mine. Or maybe K cider, the big black can and the big red K and lovely stuff. You can't go wrong with that, can you? Chuck it in. Maybe stick a pork scratching in it as well, just to add, a bit of flavour to it all. Might be a good idea. I would do it. All proceeds will go to my charity of choice. Fantastic idea. I have to think of a charity now. Can't think of one at the moment. Like you do. Got a nice message from Terry. Quick beer reviews. Jonathan, when did you drink a top pint of bitter and what was it, mate? The top pint of bitter. Now, that is a good question. Now, I'm a traditionalist when it comes to kind of like bitters. For me, as I'm living in Yorkshire, always kind of like, it's weird. I always see Yorkshire as a traditional beer heartland, if you know what I mean. It's always been for me a traditional beer heartland with certain brewers doing fantastic beers, traditional beers. And for me, I have to say, when I first moved up here, I did like the Black Sheep Ale, which was a cracking beer. It was lovely. Then I moved on to Timothy Taylor's. Timothy Taylor's for me was just get rid of that. Timothy Taylor's for me was a cracking enlightenment, if you want, if you know what I mean. He said, I'd never heard of, being a southerner, I never heard of Timothy Taylor's until I came up to Yorkshire. So when I first came up to Yorkshire, Black Sheep Ale was a cracker. Then I went on to Timothy Taylor's, and Landlord and Boltmaker were fantastic. So Terry, I have to say to you, I'd still drink them now. Is that the Landlord and the Boltmaker were, for me, beers. Great beers, great beers, and I love them. I love them for that. Now, I found the Ram Tam as well, the Timothy Taylor's Ram Tam, which was a great beer as well. Really like that beer. It's great. It's I do, since I moved up here, I do miss the southern beers. I do miss the Harveys. I do miss the Shepherd's Neams. All that. I still miss all that. I just do. It's like everywhere. Wherever you go in this country, you will always find great brewers producing great local beers specifically for that area, but you don't really get to drink them properly if you're not from that area. And yeah, yeah, it's a great question, Terry. And yeah, I'm very much missing the South in the way of its beer culture. I mean, There's some great breweries down in the south. You know, Harvey's for starters, Shepherd's Neame. I've still got a soft spot for Shepherd's Neame. I know it's Lidl have been doing their double stout, which I want to get hold of and review. I've never reviewed it, and I do miss that. It's always been a beer which Tesco used to do years ago, but I stopped doing it before I went to do this craft beer thing, which everybody loves. But yeah, I'm a sucker for good traditional beers. Um, but you know, like I say, everywhere you go, there's always great traditional brewers. Um, if I had to go, you know, towards Yorkshire, you know, Theakston is another great brewer, another great traditional brewer. Um, and there's a lot of brewers these days which are kind of like falling onto the bandwagon of putting in brightly coloured cans and marketing it in a way that appeals to, say, trendies or young um, beer drinkers. You know, with me, it's kind of like it's if keep it traditional, keep it make sure there's a history behind it. Right, Slime Sky, have you ever had a Bishop Nick Ale from Essex? No, I haven't. The only Bishop I've had is the what's it? The old Bishop's Finger from Shepherd Neame. That's the only Bishop I've ever had. Which is a little bit of a favourite of mine, to be honest, because when I first started drinking proper beer, it was cask ale, and it was the likes of Bishop's Finger, Spitfire, Harvey's Bitter when I lived in Sussex, and it was fantastic stuff. It really was. And where I lived at the time, um, I lived near Merrydale in Horn, and they had their own pub next to the cider factory press or whatever you want to call it. And they used to do all the Shepherd Neame stuff, Bishop's Finger and everything, and also did all the Merrydale ciders as well. So it's fantastic. It had a great array of, I think it's called a Hall of Mint, and it had a great range of ciders and kind of like stuff and Bishop's Finger and stuff like that. It's always been great to kind of like um, try different stuff. Every time I go out, if I go out or if I go to a beer shop, it's always different stuff I try. It's always been um, different styles of beer, different styles of cider or anything which kind of like comes at me, I will try and give it a whirl. And yeah. I haven't had the Bishop's Nick Ale from Essex. I'd like to know who the brewer is. So Slime Sky, if you're still watching, I'd like to know who the brewer is and tell us who it is, and I'll try and get hold of a bottle and give it a whirl. As far as Essex is concerned, as beer, I don't think Bishop was set up by a relative of the Ridley's family. Love the channel. Thank you very much, Slime Sky. Big thumbs up, Slime Sky. Thank you very much. Um, Ridley's family. I will look that up on Google and I'll uh, read about it, see if I can get some bottles of it up here because I'm in Yorkshire at the moment. So I'll find out. But thank you very much. I really appreciate that, Slime Sky. I would imagine, when it comes to Essex beers, for me, I'm not really well versed because I tend to kind of like levitate towards Suffolk. You know, St. Peter's Brewery is one that comes to mind more than anything. Mainly because of what availability within supermarkets throughout England that is what is available to me. I always try to go to something which is available to me. If you go to say independent bottle shops, I'll either do really local craft beers, um, or they'll go for the exceptional craft beers which are available everywhere, everywhere throughout the country. So, um, as far as local brews, specifically brewed for the immediate area, um, it's very limited unless you go straight to the brewer. I had this problem when I tried to get some beer in Sussex, when I tried to get some beer from the Longman Brewery um, back in Sussex. Weald is that you've got to go straight to the brewer if you lived outside Sussex, because you get the local shops kind of like, you know, selling them. But for me personally, if I wanted to get Longman beer from their brewery, I've got to go straight to the brewery. And yeah, um, it's the same with that. I think it's kind of like one of them things where you're gonna have to um, go straight to the brewer. And there's a gazillion beers out there at the moment, which a lot of beer reviewers, you know, like myself, are trying to traipse through. So, you know, everywhere you go in a beer bottle shop, you're kind of like surrounded by all these, different styles and different styles of beer that you've got to kind of like to get a medium of pick different beers. If you're on a budget, you got to try and pick beers from different breweries which you never had before, and try to review them and try to go back, whenever you can, and pick some other beers from different breweries and try to review them. And that's a problem I think maybe a lot of people, other reviews might have, is that they've got to, if they're stuck to a budget, that they've got to pick beers, different styles, different breweries, and try it for themselves. If you know what I mean. But that's the way it goes. That's the way the cookie crumbles. Yeah. So I'm going to finish this off and finish off the live chat, to be honest, because I've enjoyed it tonight. Fucked up halfway through, but it got better. So I'm just going to drink me. Nice. So, yeah, that's my best answer to that question. Just enjoy what you do and enjoy what you drink. That's the best metaphor. So, boys and girls, thank you for watching me. It's been up and down. I'm over an hour in, but I'll tell you what, it's been enjoyable because there's lots of people been watching us throughout that hour and commenting, and I completely appreciate everybody's comments as always. And I will do the apple pie and cider, Mr. Hawthorne. Yeah, it's nice. It's always great, Terry. You're always a cracking bloke, you. And I tell you what, Terry, I'll be on maybe next week as well. Always watch you, mate. You're a cracking bloke, cracking reviews, and a thoroughly nice guy too. And on that score, thank you for watching this live stream. I shall see you, boys and girls, on my next one. Cheers. Am I finished? Yeah.